We'll hop into game number 1. We won't waste any time now. So
Yep.
we'll hop right in now. And everyone who's watching at home, this is game 1 in a best of 5 between BacT and Paladin. With me, I have Leary casting. And wow, these are some usernames right here, man.
Oh boy, what is this? BacT Corona?
BacT Corona. I don't think he has Corona, but I think he had a cold or something. I really don't know, but
He thinks he has Corona? I don't know.
dude, like bringing this into Twitch chat is just it's a nightmare. Let me tell you. At least people, well, there's not a lot of people here yet, but welcome everyone to game number 1 between BacT and Paladin. In the blue, we have BacT. He is playing as the, it should be on here, Franks. And then Paladin is playing as the Mayans, Leary.
What's this? Free pick?
Yeah, so it's Hidden Civ, free pick. Obviously, they can't do Spanish or Persians because it was global ban. So I feel like a lot of pros would choose Aztecs here. And they passed Aztecs, and we have Franks as the choice. That's really interesting that BacT would go Franks.
This is really weird, actually. I'm not sure why he picked Franks, to be honest.
Yeah.
Maybe he wants to save Mayans and Aztecs on another map, but I can't imagine that, because they are the better Arabia Civs than Franks, even despite the Aztecs and Mayans.
Well, if you think back to WK, so back to Hidden Cup 2, Franks at that point had the highest win rate on Vubli. I think it was 65%, and most people were playing Arabia, right? So we know historically they're very good on Arabia. But now with the new melee pathing, it might not be quite as good as it was on Vubli. People just haven't been... I also think part of it might be they're not playing Franks as much. I'm curious to see how Franks perform here.
I think it's pretty tricky against Meso Civ, because once the game goes to late imp, you can just go halves and you have no counter to that.
Yeah.
Like, literally no answer.
Okay. Well, we'll find out. Map-wise, the first thing I noticed is, yes, BacT has a wallable map, but his wood lines are all on the front. He doesn't have any back wood lines. So if we see plumes or any form of archers from Paladin, it could be trouble. And then I see the map for BacT. He does have back wood lines. Or sorry, for Paladin, he does have back wood lines. But it could be more awkward towards the front. There's that massive hill in the center.
Yeah. I think BacT is a... Actually, it doesn't matter what map... which kind of map BacT has, because he kind of has to play aggressive somehow anyway.
Yeah, okay.
And Paladin map is pretty good against it, since he has a back gold, back wood.
Yeah, I guess
I wonder if BacT will go forward and tower his wood line from the back, because that can be really annoying. Then he has no other wood line, actually.
Yeah, that's a really awkward wood line, and BacT is just... He is just scouted... Well, he doesn't see that he's on the wood line, but he at least sees it's there. So he's scouting nice and early, while Paladin is pushing deer. I think... Is this his second deer? No, this is his second deer. Feel like Mayans would normally want to full wall their base, and you could do that here if you're Paladin, but it's certainly going to make it awkward.
Yeah, it's so much to wall. I mean, I can imagine Paladin doing it, but he's just so vulnerable to any forward. He also has 2 stones forward as Mayan, so that's pretty ugly as well.
Yeah. Alright, well, like you said, if BacT wins this... see, I haven't been too convinced with Mayans so far in the qualifiers. I feel like Chinese is a very strong pick. You have Aztecs, obviously. Just Mayans, they don't seem to shine quite as well as they used to. So if BacT wins this, and then maybe has a better game plan for Mayans, maybe on one of the other maps like Gold Rush, it could be decent. This could be good for him.
Yeah. I think I'm a bit too low on the microphone for the people out there.
Yeah, okay, so what I could do... I think maybe I could boost you 5-10%. Oh, hold on, Paladin's Eagle? That hurts, man. Oh, he's going to lose the Eagle to the TC in game 1. That's really bad. Yeah, let me boost you a little bit, Leary. I have to go away from the game. Say something?
Hello, test 1, 2, 3.
I think, like, maybe I need to boost you 5%. I think the issue is, sometimes with Discord, if I'm talking... If we talk over each other, it kind of lowers what you were saying. So I think we're fine.
Okay. Yeah, okay, cool.
Awesome. So BacT went 4 on wood, I noticed. I don't know if you picked up on that. But it's fine, and he's going for another lumber camp, so this is definitely scouts.
I don't really know how I feel about going scouts against Meso Civs. I feel like it just gives them a free opening of whatever he does.
Okay.
You're always gonna make a barrack with Meso Civs, and you can easily counter scouts.
Okay.
Just a few spears, and what... You don't really have a fallout. You can go skirms after that, but it's like... It's kind of expected, and then he can just go switch to eels or just full wall and go plumes, then just straight up boom behind. So I don't know.
See, it's so interesting because a year ago, Scout into Skirm was so much stronger, and now it's like it doesn't seem quite as strong anymore. I don't know. It's the meta shifts and people become less comfortable going for certain things. It almost looks like Paladin is going straight archers here, which is really uncommon in 1v1s. He has 3 on gold, a decent amount on wood, and he's walling. Not fully walled yet, so the scouts could do something, but straight archers, that definitely would mean that BacT could possibly go. Yeah, like BacT could easily go scout into Skirm against straight archers, right?
Yeah. Also, if BacT went forward, as I expected him to, because he saw both stones and berries. Actually, he's missing 1 stone. I think if he explored that, he would go mad arms forward.
Ah, I see.
That would be really good for him.
Yeah, that 1 stone you just can't see on the left there.
Yeah.
He did see the 3 on gold. What I liked about BacT's play so far is he scouted nice and early, then went back to his base to push deer, so he wasn't greedy. He knows where his opponent is, and he should now know that it won't be man-at-arms against him either, because the barracks was being built late. So, and now he has a perfect base to wall, too. And this is what happens when you don't go man-at-arms. In Paladin's position, you're not pressuring the scout player, so the scout player has all the time in the world.
Yeah. And by the time he will have some scouts out BacT, I mean, Paladin will probably be fully walled or have spears around, and the scouts are gonna be pretty useless.
Alright, well, BacT was being extremely annoying there with the scout. What do you think about... We talked about Paladin a bit, how he's a team game player, he's solid, but maybe doesn't play enough 1v1s to have a huge shot here today. What do you think about BacT as a player? Because he seems like a player who's always getting into tournaments. He's always favored to like win something like this against someone like Paladin or many of the others in the qualifier. But then when he gets into the event, he's not someone we talk about too much.
Yeah, I haven't seen BacT a lot since like the last few tournaments. Like I think he hasn't participated in the qualifiers of NEC, or did he maybe? Not sure actually.
He couldn't make it because of visa issues, sadly.
Ah,
so
yeah,
he played well there,
Yeah, so that was unfortunate.
Yeah.
But he always seems to get like decent placements, like top 10, well, top 15, top 20. But when it comes to the real hard matches, I feel like he always does some weird decisions, which not sure why, but I don't know. I feel like he's always a step below the top 10, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like he's definitely someone who... There's a lot of players like this. Like another one that comes to mind is maybe Fire, who's always expected to get... Always expected to make it into the event, but we don't know what he's going to be capable of. But right here, everything seems clean, man. And a lot of it has to do with BacT playing as he should, and Paladin going for a very weird decision. The scouts have looped the whole way around. No villagers have died yet, but the harassment is real, and BacT at home, Leary, he's starting to make those skirms. Oh, there's a bill on the house.
That's pretty good for BacT, because Paladin will be stuck with archers. He will be up a few minutes later than BacT, because he obviously went on to archers, went on with 8 vills on gold. A lot of people on wood, and also BacT has better economy with ranks and their farms, and... I feel like BacT will just pressure with elite skirms and knights and castle.
Did you see that bit of micro there from BacT underneath the TC fire?
I saw it.
That was impressive. That's some confidence right there. But yeah, the skirms are coming out from home. So the thing is, this is such a weird 1v1 strategy. This is what you go for. Like this is what you do in team games.
The flank, exactly.
Oh man, 2 villagers down now.
Like, why did he full right away like Paladin? You want all this whole map just to be open on the right side, you know? Like, it doesn't really make much sense.
Yeah, it's weird. So, anyways, Paladin, he's still working on walling. All of his army's running all around. He's lost 2 villagers. And then BacT is going to have better eco, and he's going to have skirms to counter everything that Paladin has made so far. So, BacT should be in a very good position.
Yeah, for sure.
To the people who are watching or saying that 720p, it should be 1080. Okay, here we go. Maybe Paladin can trap this army a bit. It's a decent engagement. There you go.
I think he already lost like 3 vills, right, to the scouts?
Yeah, I think 2 for sure.
So, yeah, so it's...
Just refresh, guys.
Quite nicely.
Just refresh, it should be 1080. But yeah, I guess BacT, you're not really under pressure to do a lot of damage. You've already killed vills. So just don't lose your skirm numbers, right?
Yeah, I feel like you can just keep them at home and wait for your castle age. Because if you move out, you kind of force yourself to get +1 armor. Because without +1 armor, those skirms just die super easy as well.
Okay. Man, I'm looking at the Vill difference. It's crazy.
Paladin doesn't have fletching though.
Dude, if this was a team game, this would be really bad for a team game too. Paladin's not.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's pretty weird to be honest.
it's so peculiar. Well, he got to the placement he needed in 1v1s. It's not like he doesn't play 1v1s, right? They're separate ladders.
Yeah. Mm.
Alright, well, Archer goes down. BacT is going to be feeling very good about this. It felt like he was confident as well because of the amount of micro he was going for. I feel like a player who is not confident wouldn't go for some of those bits of micro, so he might even get in here with the skirms and harass some more.
Yeah, keep in mind that BacT will probably up like 3-4 minutes earlier than Paladin.
Yeah, so what you're saying is resign.
Yeah, pretty much, man. In other words, I didn't want to say it right away.
You're a caster now. You can't. You know the drill. You
True,
can't say it as early, right?
I'm retired from playing.
Well, there are the archers for Paladin, but BacT has the skirms. And this is the point. If you go straight archers, scout into skirm counters everything you have. And if you start
If you
making...
go archers right away, I think you get countered by everything. You get countered by scouts into full or by enemy, scouts into skirms, just straight up skirms, mad arms into skirms, like, it's just so awkward.
Dude, we have seen
the worst part is you don't have scouts, so...
Yeah. We've seen some weird games to open up sets, but this is probably the weirdest. Paladin just went for the worst possible strategy. He has 200 food. This game's over. So how's your
this is over.
How's your day go today, Leary? We need to talk about something else now.
It was good. A bit stressed for these games, but I haven't not missing too much, it seems.
Yeah. Well, did you see any of the results from the previous sets?
I haven't really watched too much. I only saw some results, but I forgot all of them already.
Sure. Okay, so I'll tell you some of the surprises, I guess. Barrels beat Slam 3-1.
Yeah, I read that today somewhere, okay.
Yep, Barrels beat Slam 3-1 yesterday, and Stark beat Daniel 3-0.
Oh, I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, I expected that to go to 5 games. I thought... we know that Slam isn't in the best shape, as Paladin has a few archers remaining here, but I wasn't expecting it to be quite that bad, to be honest. Like, I'm a huge fan of Slam, and I think we can all agree he's a great player when it comes to mechanics, but being in shape is important, and it just did not look good.
Yeah, did he like go for weird strategies, or was it like just like some sloppy mistakes, or did Barrels just play well?
Barrels played clean, he played well. I would definitely say that Barrels, I don't want to take anything away from Barrels. At the same time, Slam did some weird things. He went Celts, it was Celts versus Britons game 1, and he ended up on 3 ranges with Celts. Like, I don't know why he went 3 ranges with Celts. Threw away his army early Castle Age. The weirdest one, though, was in El Dorado. He made a transport ship and a fish trap before the 15th minute on El Dorado.
Wait, what? Transport? Isn't there like a small water on the ground? Like.
Yup. Yeah.
Was he fully water? Why did he make a transport? What was the plan behind there?
So, as BacT is now on this hill, which is huge, he'll have knights, he'll also have some Mangonels soon. This is what I think happened. This is my theory. I believe that he's always banned water maps ever since DE. So he never played a map where he would have to make, like, fire galleys or galleys. And I believe that he pressed what he thought was his old water hotkeys, but he didn't set up water hotkeys on DE. So I think the fish trap, was because of the hotkey issue, and I think the transport was as well.
That's painful, actually.
Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, is BacT's gonna get through here? He will get through! This is so bad for Paladin. This game 1 is just as lopsided as it could possibly get. And then BacT just attacked ground to that eagle, which was sick. What are we seeing here, man?
Yeah, this game is pretty over. This is the best example why archers is a really bad strategy against. Yeah. Especially a civ like Franks, who would love to go scouts into skirms.
Yep. And BacT knows he's ahead at this point. He has knights, Mangonels. Oh man, the villagers on the wood line now. Hey, props to BacT though for going for the forward siege instead of just booming, because he saved us some time.
Ending the game right away.
Yeah.
Saving us some time.
All right. Well, on this recorded game, I only saw BacT say GG, but I imagine Paladin said GG first, and it just didn't show up.
Probably typed like 105 or something.
All right. Well, that was a very quick game 1. BacT gets the win, and let's hope Paladin has a better plan for his home map.
Well, can't be worse. So.
Yeah, that's true. It definitely can't be worse. So we have in-game chat. I didn't have that in the previous days, guys. So that'll be good for us, and everything else is set up. The next game is going to be on either Gold Rush or Bay. Okay. And now, well, let's see what the map is first, Leary, and we can speculate a little bit. I think that's probably the better way.
Are we jumping?
Yeah, let's hop into it right now.
Okay.
All right, ladies and gents, welcome to game number 2 between BacT and Paladin. Game 1 was honestly almost a waste of time because it it looked like we had a top 20 player against someone who was maybe in the top 500. It was not very good for Paladin, but it's not what you'd normally expect from Paladin. Yes, he's a team game player, but it just was rusty, okay? This time we have Celts for BacT, getting some inspiration from Huang possibly, and then we have Aztecs for Paladin. I was really surprised that Aztecs wasn't picked here for BacT as well. It seems like he doesn't like the Mesosifs because he didn't go Mayans in game 1, and he didn't go Aztecs in game 2, Leary.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe I expected Paladin to go Mesosif, like actually Aztecs.
That's true.
So he
Celts
kind of
can be
wanted
good.
to counter
Yeah.
Aztecs with Celts, but I don't think Celts counter Aztecs.
What is this build order from BacT? Oh, I thought that was a mill on the berries. Okay, I genuinely thought that was a mill.
Mill actually.
Yeah. So what would you say are the main differences here between these civilizations? Because the way I see it, there's a lot that Celts can do here, but if it's maybe monks and eagles, it can always be difficult for Celts as well because they can't really pressure with their siege.
Yeah, I think you definitely have to go monks with Aztecs. Like somehow try to get to monks because Celt siege is just so dangerous and can cause so many problems.
Okay.
And usually you also want to mix in some crossbows against Celts just because they don't have any good archer units themselves.
Okay.
So they're kind of stuck with mangonels, and if you just go monks crossbows, there isn't really much they can do to counter that.
Second
Because
game.
knights wouldn't work against monks, mangonels wouldn't, and skirms are kind of awkward to go as Celts.
Leary, this is the second game that BacT has gone forward really early, and he's trying to lame, and he just found those sheep, and I don't know if he's going to be able to make it out with them, but he's going to try to steal these sheep.
This is MBL, what is happening actually? Did he even find his sheep?
Seems like
Did he even
MBL.
find his own resources?
If he didn't find his own resources, then MBL
The
confirmed.
second time he lames against the Mesosif with a scout.
So
What are
weird.
the chances actually?
Alright, well he gets it, and the sheep are out of here, and Paladin, he's down 2 sheep. I would say Paladin has the better map, though. Certainly more wallable. He has stone and gold options. BacT's golds, they're not the best unless he locks down that hill on the front. And the stone's fine, but stone with Celts might not be a huge priority in this game, at least until later on.
What I realized is that there aren't that many wolves on this map.
Yeah.
Only like 2, 3.
Yeah, so do you want me to talk about the differences between the Hidden Cup Gold Rush and the D?
Sure,
Okay.
go ahead.
So, there's only one wolf in the center, right? The other wolves are normally sprinkled around the sides. In fact, the 2 wolves on the right there of the middle, that's actually pretty uncommon. Because we didn't want to discourage aggression. Right? We wanted people to be able to go man at arm forward.
I like it.
Also, the wood lines generally make the map a little bit more fair. The big issue before was that one person has... Actually, like, BacT's gold's pretty bad for the HC3 Gold Rush. But still, that 4-tile gold should be fine, right? So in general, we wanted to prevent... like the ladder Gold Rush would sometimes have BacT's golds by that tree right underneath the hill. And then the other guy has both his golds in the back. Those are the main things. The other thing, and a lot of people didn't know this, you see this 6-tile stone for Paladin? It's like way towards the edge of the map on the left.
Yeah.
So that was always in Gold Rush, except previous versions of Gold Rush had the 6-tile stones completely random. So there's 2 6-tile stones, but one person could have them in the back of his base. So, yeah, so we made it so each person gets a 6-tile stone, but it's pretty far away. So you see BacT's on the left and Paladin on the left as well. Drush.
wonder what Paladin's going to do. He isn't doing a barrack, he's making farms.
FC?
I think so. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but if his rush gets in before he's fully walled, I think he's in trouble.
Yeah. Well, here comes the militia from BacT. So BacT wants to go fast castle as well. But it's Drush fast castle. And these militia are speedy as Celts.
Yep.
Paladin has, I have to say, in both games, his scouting has been really late. Like, he has not seemed to have a lot of urgency when it comes to scouting.
Idea what's going on. Like, BacT could be going forward right now, could be going FC, could be drushing. Like,
Yeah.
he would have no clue.
But nay.
And he's drushing right now, he's getting in. If he explored earlier, I guarantee you he would be fully walled by this time.
And it's so uncommon for a player like Paladin to not be fully walled as well. Almost loses a villager there, but I think that's already worth it for BacT, just to delay the vills and force some quick walls. And so this is the risk. Actually, hold on a second. Is Paladin going straight archers again?
Wait, what?
Is he doing it again?
Oh.
He's doing it again, Leary.
There's no way, right?
He's doing it again.
There's no way.
He's going 23 buff archers. Yeah, 2 farms, which makes sense, and then 3 to gold, and then the rest on wood. He's doing archers again. Oh my god.
Well, at least this time he isn't against Franks or someone.
Yeah.
And his map is kinda... Well, his map is way better this time, so... If he makes it to castle it without getting damaged too much and he has crossbows and monks out,
yeah,
he can do something, but... I don't know if he will survive till then.
It's just... So to explain this, I guess I don't want to go too in-depth on it, but straight archers in a 1v1 at the high level is normally very uncommon. And Paladin did that in game 1, and he got destroyed, and now he's trying it again in game 2. And it's not the end of the world here if you're up against someone with BacT strategy, because BacT is still in Dark Age for now, but BacT will click up soon, and he'll probably be in Feudal Age, so he can tower that gold defensively by the time the archers even get across. Just so slow.
Paladin isn't doing anything, he doesn't even have a barrack.
Dude, I don't know what Paladin is doing. Is he?
What is happening?
Is this? Does he think it's a team game and he wants to sling? Like, is he gonna build a market?
I'm looking for a market already.
He doesn't have a barracks, so he can't build a range. He's off his berries, except for 2 villagers, so that hurts his food eco. Guys, we are genuinely very confused by how BacT is playing this. Leary was like, I want to cast BacT and Paladin, that should be really close. And now,
now I am seeing this, like what is this actually?
Oh man.
So weird.
On
a stone? What?
Do you know
Does he
how...
think he's mans or something?
I lost a few ladder games to Paladin 3 weeks ago, and I honestly feel like the worst... okay, I don't want to be too harsh, but I feel bad about myself now because I'm watching this.
Did he lose to this strategy?
He's going...
Blacksmith.
He's going blacksmith, so he could build towers defensively.
With fletching or what? Against the militias.
There's the market. Okay, so this is not really a fast castle build. This is a...
Is this a Monk Crush or something? Must be Monk Crush.
But he has 70 food. That's the worry, right? Like, he has to...
He wants to go fast imp or something? I don't know.
Okay, this is... Okay, we have to try and guess, okay? We have to predict it. I think he sells all the stone.
Yeah.
And then he buys food, and then he goes all in monks, and maybe eagles.
Yeah, probably. But he could have done it without going on stone, without selling the stone, without going fast feudal age.
Yeah.
Could have just kind of see with that, but yeah.
Let's see. Because at this point, if he does not sell that stone and buy food, he'll be in castle way later.
Yeah. He already will be in castle way later. Wait.
I can just hear BacT right now. BacT is like, what?
What is happening?
What's he do?
Yeah.
Okay, wheelbarrow. Yeah, he has to, this is just a very weird fast castle build. Whereas BacT, he went for a drush. Ooh, BacT hit an archer range though, so he wants to go.
He probably is expecting archers or something.
He's going skirms.
Oh my god, is this like a hidden strategy cup or what is happening?
Dude, this is actually hilarious because BacT is so confused. He thinks that the only thing that Paladin could be going for is archers. So he's making skirmishers.
Maybe he's not the gold, right? He can palisade scan it and sees that he's fully on gold.
Yeah.
He's a blacksmith, so we might expect some sneaky ranges or something.
Yeah.
But there's nothing on the map.
That's true. He saw the blacksmith, and also Paladin hid the market, so he can't see he went market blacksmith. So he might think there's ranges back there. That is actually... As weird as this is from Paladin, he's going to click up soon, and that's funny to me. Still can't say it's great just because of his build being so bad, but yeah, we'll see what BacT does from here. BacT, as of now, is probably very confused, has a villager in the center, and he'll probably add a siege workshop or maybe even a town center out there.
I mean, I don't mind monk crushing with Aztecs, especially on Gold Rush.
Yeah.
But you need like some sort of support to your monks. Like only going full monks doesn't work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially if you're this late up.
Yep. Well.
Wait, Barrack now.
BacT is dude. BacT expects. He doesn't know what to expect. At first he thought archers, but he has not seen archers. So now he thinks it must be eagles. So he's making militia so he can go for longswords against the eagles. BacT is so confused.
Yeah.
Nikov is in chat dying right now. Nikov is. I wish. I love it.
It's like an aim strategy, like an MBL strategy, actually. Like I don't know what this is.
Oh man. Well.
This is monk crush with spears.
Now.
Legend to monk crush with spears.
Okay, now he's adding
just
eagles.
Rush FC and then do the same stuff just 3 minutes earlier, I feel.
Yeah, that's the whole point here, guys. If you're confused, if you think, wow, that's actually well thought out from Paladin, it's not that we're dissing the fact that he's mind gaming. It's just that he could have been doing this all faster. At BacT now, okay, he's walking forward to build an outpost, which is probably a good decision.
He's going eagles!
Yeah, he's going eagles!
What? Dude,
Hey, at least you can go eagles. You can go like 2 monastery, 2 barrack maybe. Just go all in. I don't know.
Monastery.
The stone still doesn't make any sense.
Longswords, man. Kill all his army. Like this is the only thing kills can do. Longswords, man. Like they can do knights, but knights tied to monks. So
Yeah.
you just go one monastery. Knights are useless. The only thing they can do is really longswords, man, because they're faster and well, they aren't that bad against eagles. And you're just going eagles.
Yeah.
Against the only civ which can go longswords, man. It's so weird.
I feel like pros so rarely watch back recorded games. BacT might rewatch this later just to see exactly what was happening here.
Yeah.
But he's already sniped a Vil with the mango. BacT, of course, has the Celt economy behind this, so his eco is pretty strong. I like the aggression from BacT. If Paladin is not being aggressive, BacT should punish him for that, so this is good.
Paladin is already doing redemption, but there's no monk out yet.
Yeah.
We'll still have another minute.
Alright, so with redemption, he can convert the siege. Still doesn't really have an answer to the longswordsman that BacT has out here.
Yeah, I wonder what he's going to do against that. Probably more ease or something.
Yeah.
His second goal is outside as well of his walls.
Yep. Yep, same for BacT, right? But BacT is the one being aggressive here, so...
Yeah.
This is so peculiar. Easily the weirdest set of games I've seen so far in round 1. Okay, here's the monk. Conversion. Ooh, shot.
He probably thinks he's converting the scout. Yeah, he thought he would convert the scout. The monk.
Oh, 2 conversions with the mangoes. This is winnable for Paladin. Okay, and the mangoes will also survive, so he can fight with them, Leary. Oh,
Well, I guess it kinda was good because the surprise factor. He didn't know he had redemption.
Yeah.
So, but now he will just stop making mangoes and go for longswords and skirms, I guess.
Yeah, I guess in theory, Paladin could convert the longswords, but it's not too difficult for BacT to continue to make them.
Yeah.
And he converts an eagle now, so not bad. The Celt guy has an eagle. What do you think of the monks since the patch? He's going to the other stone! What? I guess he won stone to build a castle in the center eventually.
We're going to buy gold. He'll have gold soon.
Yeah, to sell, that's true, to sell.
3rd monastery. Well, I guess all in is the way to go, but... yeah, I mean, I guess what else can you do at this point?
Yeah. Yeah, you have to commit. Make more monks, hope for conversion.
What is that mining camp, man? It's such a doubt mining camp from Paladin.
On the gold or the stone?
Stone.
I don't think that's too bad, but you'd probably want to build it to the south of the stone instead of the north.
I mean, once the first pile will be out, they will have to walk 2 tiles.
Yeah, yeah, build it here instead. That monk. So what do we have? 3 monks and 3 eagles and a Maganel here. Leary, did
What
you
if
know?
Paladin gets in...
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Did you know that if you convert a Celt Mangonel, when you convert it, your Mangonel still fires fast? It holds the Celt bonus?
Really?
No, I'm just
they
trolling.
fix that,
I'm just
or-
trolling you.
Ah, of course. It was the same when you converted a Citroen, it goes back to an Onager or something. God knows why, but...
I was really hoping
just a
you'd be
plug, I
more
guess.
shocked by that. I was hoping you'd be like, what?
Nothing surprised me with T anymore, to be honest.
Well, I like how BacT has played this. He's adding a third TC. 4 TCs, man.
Why?
He's booming like crazy.
Going against Aztecs when you have middle control, though?
Yeah, I
You
mean,
will just give up the fight.
yeah, I guess the concern there is you're investing less into the fight. If you're investing into 4 town centers, that's hundreds of wood, hundreds of food invested into the economy. Still, if he holds for a little bit, he'll obviously be pretty far ahead. And I think even if Paladin gets conversions, it's not going to be so easy for Paladin to ever lock down the center because there's buildings there from BacT. So a castle in the middle is not all that
Paladin
realistic.
doesn't have a siege workshop, so his push will be really slow. He only has 1 Mangonel, which is converted.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Alright, well, he'll convert the barracks. BacT should probably delete that. Because Aztecs wouldn't mind that. And here come the Eagles, here come the Monks. It's pretty much now or never for Paladin, right?
Yeah. BacT keeps doing Mangonel. This is so weird. Why? I guess he just sniped one,
What
that's
would-
why, but...
What would you do in this situation if you're BacT?
Well, I feel like there's 2 options. Either you can go at TCs and make a castle in the middle before Paladin gets control of it. That would be a really good way of
Okay.
securing the game, and then just go to Imp and just go Wood Raiders. Because obviously Paladin is going all in right now,
Yeah.
and there's no way he takes down a castle. Or you can just go full army yourself and just hold the position and starve him out of gold.
Okay. Yeah, I think he doesn't have the stone, so he wants to go for guard tower, which I guess is the best backup plan. He has lost a few longswords to conversions. He's building 1 tower now. This is a huge eco lead for BacT now. 15 villager lead.
Yeah, it will only increase.
The skirmishers don't really do anything there, but I think BacT knew that, so he wasn't afraid to toss them away. And BacT
People
is...
told me monks got changed, but I don't really see that. Like, the conversions are still insanely fast.
I've seen a few fat... Oh, hold on. Castle! I mean, it's not the best castle,
What?
but it is a castle. It'll give him gold as Aztecs.
I guess.
Um,
He could probably place him more forward, to be honest. I think at this point he has to, kind of.
yeah, why not,
It has
right?
to be more risky.
If you're scared of Mangonels, you can convert them.
Yeah, I mean, at maximum he will get 1 shot out of a new Mangonel. The other ones you can just convert. There's no way you lose your monks with 65 HP.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shouldn't happen. I feel like you could drop it on his face.
Yeah, BacT's... I'm surprised he doesn't have a universe... Oh, he does. Okay, so he'll probably go for guard tower soon. Could range... Actually, most of that middle gold with those towers, I feel. And so Paladin won't have the best time collecting gold, but Paladin is at least in the game. It's just, how can he take full control of that middle is the question. And the attack round for BacT, that was really good.
I mean, he will heal them up, probably, I guess.
Yeah, that's the struggle against Aztecs, right? They'll be full HP again in a second.
I guess Paladin has to go around, but like...
It's
Can he
awkward.
really push anywhere? He would just make 2 guard towers and your whole push is over.
Yeah, I think BacT is probably at the point where he'll have the food eco to maybe consider adding light cav too.
I don't think he needs to.
You don't think
he's
so?
fine with guard towers. He will just make castle in the middle himself, go up to him, and then just go Wood Raiders.
Another castle for Paladin. What is
Where is
happening?
monks going? Paladin, where are you going for monks?
Oh
For 2
no,
Mangonels. I mean, 2 Mangonels and 3 towers.
he's going to BacT's base at the moment. Is this going to be a doubt castle because he doesn't have his army here? Oh my god, Paladin, what are you doing? Oh man, and he can't do anything at BacT's base either. Oh, this is a nightmare. 80% and the castle won't go up.
What did he expect to do with that army? At backspace anyway. Rule the world with 1 Mangonel or what?
BacT is, I think, going to wall that in as well. That's really smart thinking.
This game is all over.
Yeah, Paladin has played
He's a
so
Montesino, we're
weird
close
today.
to Imp. Actually, what? He's kicking up to Imp.
What? Dude, this guy has abused the market more than any other player in this game.
Yeah.
He's on his way to the Imperial Age. Okay.
I don't think it matters too much.
Well, if BacT doesn't imp, the monks only get stronger. The monks aren't in the greatest position. But BacT really needs to take the monks out of the equation, and because otherwise Trebs will eventually come out. So
I think BacT is overreacting a lot, actually.
yeah,
He's
so
making,
many
10 towers.
towers.
One mega now.
That's enough for a castle.
And he keeps doing longswords, man. For I don't know what reason.
Being charged.
They won't. You can't fight Aztecs at this point against 10 monks who will never die to your longswords.
Yeah, I think you
Either you go
switch
for
to
Lycav.
you switch
or you
to
just go
light
imp.
cav or you go imp. Yep. Oh,
BacT
Paladin.
is trying to finish the castle. I mean, Paladin. No. This is such a doubt move.
Oh man.
Well,
Hey.
that would have committed to that, but yeah.
So Doubt versus Huang later. Who do you think wins that best of 5?
I think Doubt will take it, but I hope to see some fun moments.
Yeah.
I'm sure there will be some.
I hope it goes. Honestly, I hope it goes 5 games. I expect
Yeah.
I expect Doubt to win, but I hope he sweats. You know.
I think he will win 3-0. I mean 3-1. That's my prediction.
Yeah, 3. He's expected to for sure, but it'll
Yeah.
be stressful
He
for
will
him.
screw up 1 or 2 games. Like, yeah, it's very easy to screw up, and I know Doubt and his laziness and his greediness.
Yeah. And you can't do that against Huang when he's so YOLO.
Paladin losing all his monks?
He's losing a lot of the monks.
Did he just convert one longswords of all his monks?
Dude, his army has just
Seems
been
like it.
out in the middle of nowhere. I don't think we can really comprehend what has happened in this game.
No, this is something else.
48 villagers for Paladin, who's been on one town center YOLO this entire game. He is in the Imperial Age now.
If the second castle doesn't go up, just try a third one, I guess.
Yeah, there you go. But
Okay, well, nothing else.
But BacT is... You're definitely right. He overreacted. He doesn't have... His
Yeah.
eco balance is all over the
If he
place.
kept his monks alive,
Paladin?
control of the middle, maybe they will still have a chance, but now he will just mass wood raiders, and he has the economy for it as well.
Yeah, well...
Vills.
21 it's 21 vills on food though for BacT. Like, is that enough
Really?
for Woad Raiders? It's only 21.
That's nowhere close to being enough.
And dude, he has so
He
much.
had like 45.
He has like 21 villagers in the center, and that castle he's building in the center is getting trapped. Like, is BacT going to throw this somehow?
This is a good start to throw, actually. Like,
Yeah.
this castle in the middle, when the enemy has 3 castles up in his in.
And
then he
if Aztecs have gold, then they can continue to make monks, and if you don't have a counter to the monks and you can't push castles,
He only has 20 farms.
only 20 farms.
And if Paladin will get fletching and ballistics and all the castle upgrades.
Yeah.
His castles will shrek wood raiders, especially because he doesn't have food to upgrade them.
BacT actually has more stone miners than he does farmers right now. Okay, it's 25 farms, it's 24 stone miners. This eco balance, he overreacted from the what we thought was a useless army earlier.
Yeah, he made like 6 towers at home against 1 mango.
Yeah. And Leary, what happens if you don't have the food eco to go Woads? You start buying it, which means that Paladin, who's going to go full market abuse, could sell food. Uh-oh, counterattack for BacT though. This is good.
Ah, yeah, that was really good from back.
That's well played. 50 vil difference, and it somehow seems like Paladin has a slight chance.
Yeah.
Should be over. Should have been over a long time ago.
And he has 10 monks out, Paladin.
Yeah.
And like 4 traps.
Best monks in the game. It's almost like
Yeah.
we were talking about Huang versus Doubt, which will come later.
Yeah, this is such a... It
It's
would be such a Doubt against Huang game.
yeah, exactly, because Paladin is played really awkward, but it's YOLO,
Like
and YOLO
Huang.
can work sometimes.
Yeah. Then Doubt with the Doubt castle in the middle. It's not really a Doubt castle, but like...
a wasted castle. It's technically
Yeah.
worse than a Doubt castle because you used
Yeah.
all the stone to complete it.
And then repaired as well.
Alright, BacT is getting that food eco up. He's at 37 farms now. But he will not... I don't think he'll have enough Woad Raiders to engage against the Trebs with the monks
No,
here.
he won't. Does Paladin have the upgrade where you don't lose monk power on all your monks if you convert all of them?
I think, is
upgrade
that
is huge.
Illumination or the other one?
Not sure, that's the 200 gold one.
Theocracy, I
It's really
think.
cheap as well.
Theocracy.
Theocracy.
I don't know if he has
He
it,
really needs that.
but we'll see what his monk micro is like here.
Yeah. This last time he microed his monks didn't go too well.
He converted a spearman, so he has his priorities straight.
Okay, yes, theocracy.
Yeah, okay. BacT is going Treb defense on this hill, but there's tons of villagers on gold for Paladin.
He has to go for the trap war, I feel.
Who, Paladin or?
Yeah, Paladin. I mean, bringing down a castle doesn't really do much. If he loses trap war.
Yeah, it's true. He has a lot of castles to take down, but he took down one, and he has been repairing, so. Also placed a
Hasn't
tower
been
there.
lucky, but now he will get. Still advantage actually is sick.
Leary, if this was Huang, I believe that Huang would treb the mining camps, so BacT couldn't take gold.
Probably.
Oof. This is hard against Celt Trebs, man.
The kill traps, do they have anything special?
Don't they fire faster? Celt Siege.
Are they considered siege?
I always thought the Trebs fired faster. Now you're making
the
me
case?
second guess. Now you're making me second guess myself.
I don't know if they're considered siege, are they? I mean, like, it would make sense, I guess.
It's siege units only. Oh, okay. No, I'm just trolling you. I'm just trolling you. It looks like they're firing faster because all the Trebs for Paladin have gone down.
Siege weapons fire faster.
It's not. It doesn't apply to Trebs. I'm just trolling you.
It says powerful anti-building siege weapon. The description of traps.
Did you just
This
read
is-
the?
this is like
Did
a
you?
burst- what
Okay, Leary. Obviously, a trebuchet is a siege weapon. I'm not arguing that. I just don't know if the Trebs fire faster or not.
It would make sense that fire fast. They're a siege weapon, and it says siege weapons fire 20% faster.
I always thought they did, but now I'm being told that might not be the case.
I never even considered that.
Some
Now
people,
I'm kind of thinking.
some
I
people are saying yes, and some people are saying no. I don't know who to believe right now.
Actually.
I think they do. Yeah. Okay. They do fire faster. There you go.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Nice trope.
Well, now Leary's going to be picking Celts in Hidden Cup 3 confirmed. Wow.
Yeah.
All of these
Trap
longswords
war.
were converted here, but he has expanded the farms now. 51 farms.
And
Still
this
has
is why you
gold.
always go for trap war if you want to push. Like now, Paladin is like stuck and has lost all his traps, cutting down one castle, which
Yeah.
is like, yes, it's nice, but like now BacT can just mass 60 wood raiders and then just overrun him.
Yeah, I like how Paladin, this is the first time he's actually done damage in BacT's eco all game with the Wood Raider he converted.
Has he even killed a single villager?
Not yet. They'll kill one.
Maybe he converted one.
It's champion. I kind of like the fact that BacT went champion here because you can produce them faster and you have no guarantee. Like you might lose your castles and you're not on stone. So
Yeah.
okay, how many champions will Paladin convert? Because if he doesn't convert all of them, even if he converts all of them, he's behind. Not bad.
Where's BacT with his wood raiders? Didn't he have like 30 wood raiders or something?
They inside Paladin's base right now.
Ah, true.
Paladin has not reacted at all.
Can't lose anything if you don't have anything.
This is over, man. This is weird from Paladin from the start. BacT is up to 190 pop. All the monks and villagers in the center are going to die next. Just have not been convinced with Paladin at all. Okay, Paladin. When do you think he'll resign, Leary? He is friends with Tim. Remember that.
Yeah, and I can see 50 pop, 6k score behind.
There we go. There we go. I actually don't know if he's friends with Tim. I think there might be a rivalry there in China. But anyways.
Whoever can resign longer.
Well, that was game number 2. And I have to say, this is almost... It almost makes me a little bit angry. Because there are players who did not make it into the qualifier who I'm sure would have been more prepared than this. You know?
Or who will play better than this.
Yeah, but it's not even just if you go for a good strategy and have a good game plan and you fail or just don't play it well, that's one thing. But these are not what Paladin did in game 1 and what Paladin did here in game 2. These are not strategies that high level players go for, and there's a reason for it.
Yeah.
Man.
It seems like he hasn't played as a 1v1 since like 2 years or something. That's what it looks like, at least.
He went fast castle, but his castle age time was 1833.
Yeah.
BacT made 3 militia, so he went Drush fast castle and was a full 2 minutes faster. Like, that's huge, man. That is huge.
And I didn't mind the Monk Crush and Aegis. Like, it kind of worked, but like the way he executed his strategy, like it seemed like he was just improvising the whole time.
Exactly. So we're not arguing against the strategy. We're not arguing against the YOLO. It was just the 2 minute delayed castle time and how he got there. So Gold Rush, not so good for Paladin either. BacT is looking. I mean, this is looking to be like the easiest best of 5 he's ever played in his life at this point. But as the caster, Leary, or as the co-caster, you have to have hope for the player who's behind. All right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so Leary obviously believes, you can tell by the tone in his voice, and Paladin has chosen Bay as his home map. So I'm actually excited to hop into this because we can talk a little bit about the map as well as the potential strategies. So, game 3.
Let's go.
Let's go. All right, Leary, give me a favor. Don't look at my Twitch chat for the next minute, okay?
Okay.
What does this map look like? It looks like a bay, right?
Somewhat. I guess.
If it were to be a piece of clothing, what would it be?
I can't see anything on this map.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not good at those things. Like, I'm not good at imagining things. Like, I just play the map how it is.
Okay. Well, that's actually good because I think Bay is a great name for it, and everyone calls it pants. So they say that.
That's true. If you shake your head a bit.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
All right. Well, way to encourage them. Welcome everyone. Game number 3 between BacT and Paladin. Mongols was open. I think the global bans were Spanish and Persians, so they couldn't pick those civs or the civilizations they went for in the previous game. And they actually went Mongols, which is not a bad pick on a lot of these Hidden Cup maps. But it's also not necessarily the pick. I don't know if you agree with me on that or not, Leary, but you have the hunt to take and you have the water to take. Tell me your thoughts.
Not sure how Japanese would match against Mongols here.
Could be interesting, right?
I mean, we'll probably up later than Mongols, but you would have more resources, like more wood at the bank.
Yeah.
You get less food because of the hunt, but I think in feudal age till late imp, you have an advantage.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Japanese could work just fine here.
Well, what I'm interested in is the balance. How aggressive do they go for water? Do they go for water at all? Do they mill the deer early? Tim, when he played this, and man, his best of 5 set, Leary, if you didn't see, he was against Angelina Jolie, and the score was 3-2. Like, Tim almost lost that.
What?
Yeah, it was an epic set, though. But anyways, when Tim played this, he just played this, like, step, and just took all the deer, and he didn't take any water, which gave him a strong early game, but then he fell behind in the mid game. So we'll see what the players end up doing. Oh, and the scouts are fighting, Leary. Scouts are fighting. Did you play this map at all in Hidden Cup 2?
I don't think so. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go. Yeah. It's interesting because you can't wall to the water. So you see the dock for BacT there. Units can still run around it. You can full wall your base, but you have to wall from the edge of the map to a wood line.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So you give up a lot of map control if you go all in on water. But water's also very important. So both players docking now for fishing ships. And I expect this to be a fight for water on the bay or in the water on feudal. But then if you peel off a few villagers and send them out to the deer, I think that would make a lot of sense as well.
Yeah. I think what you could also go for here is just scouts or archers on land and just take control of your enemy deers. Because you're both Mongols, and if you take away 10 deers from your enemy, that's huge.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That was a strategy that Max tried against Viper Game 7 of Hidden Cup 2 Finals. It was 3-3. Max had Mongols, Viper had Huns, I believe. And Max just went full deer control. But Viper barely scouted the fact that Max had like 4 villagers on Viper's side taking the deer. And Viper ended up sniping those vills and getting way ahead.
Okay.
So I think you need... I think you can't fully give up water. You have to fight for water, but you then need to send vills to deer as well. So it's kind of a mix. And then if you lose water, or you can sense you're losing water, you could start investing into farms or land eco and land aggression, whereas the water player might wall heavier. All right. Well, Paladin's on the way up, and so is BacT. There we have it. So I think they're both going for
faster,
water.
One a little faster.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like both are going for water.
Yeah.
This is the safest choice.
Yeah, I think so as well. There's about... I think it's a little over 1,000 food in the center, because I think there's 8 fish in total. And then you have more food with the hunt, but the hunt you can't fish trap on hunt. You know, those villagers are...
Also, you can't do drill nets. So.
Yeah, gill nets isn't possible.
And also, if you just give up water right now, the enemy will realize it and he will just wall up and prepare some land army
Yeah,
against yours, so
exactly.
it will be pretty obvious.
All right. So 2 docks for both, and it's all about micro here. Leary, when... Can you talk me through when the best time to go for a demo is? So if you see a moment where the player should opt for a demo, I'm curious what you think, because normally you start off with fires, right?
Yeah. I think till you have 4 fire ships, the demo shouldn't work. Because if the enemy micros well, he will never like attack you with like the units standing together.
Yep.
And if you, for example, if both players make 2 demos right now, I mean 2 fire ships, and on the next queue, 1 player goes for 1 demo and 1 fire galley, and the enemy goes for 2 more fire galleys.
Mm-hmm.
He can, if he doesn't get a big hit, you're behind.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
behind for like, how long does it need to create a fire galley? Like 1 minute or something? Like really long.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if the enemy realizes that, he spreads them around a bit. You will just lose momentum for 1 minute. Then you can lose a fishing ship. You can lose damage on your fire galley.
Okay.
Like all stuff. So I think once you have like 5 or 6, then you should add 1.
Well, Paladin, I don't like how he lost extra HP on his scout, but he's about to get the hill and attack BacT, which is really good. Oh, he's not. Now he's on the hill. But now BacT has the hill.
Oh, first hit.
Wow. Okay, and now there's 2 fires versus 2 fires in the center. BacT has 4
Paladin is
fishing ships.
attacking a different one with his 2 fire galleys.
Looks like that, right? He damaged both of them.
Yeah.
I feel like there's so many
Making
things...
1 demo now. Only 2 dogs though.
I feel like there's so many things Nikov would love and hate about this map. Like, the repair war and all the water meta, I feel like Nikov's very good at that.
Repair war, man. Like, repair war is so stupid. Like, it should cost way more. Like, or just remove repairing. Like,
Yeah.
What is that? What is that future actually? Like, you
I
make few mistakes, doesn't matter. Just repair them. Like, what's the point?
I hate it too. I get why it exists, but I feel like Nikov would thrive there, and then other elements of this map he's not too much of a fan of. Yeah, repair on each side.
This is so stupid, actually.
Okay, so Leary will not pick this as a home map in Hidden Cup 3 main event, confirmed. Oh, demo?
Demo. Not too much. But he got 1 fire galley, so.
It's worth it. Yeah, and he needs to... Look at all these ships over here for repairs, man.
I mean...
Uh,
repairing is way too broken, in my opinion. Like, look at this. Like, how is this a meta thing?
yeah, maybe... I mean... I'm kind of with you on that. We could make repairing slower or something, too, because
Yeah,
if
make
it's
them
way
like
slower...
slower or cost a bit more. Because I think right now it's half, right?
Yeah, it costs half.
Why is it half?
It made me laugh. Uh-oh. Hold on a second. BacT. Now, remember, he has more fishing ships working this entire time, so his eco is better. And it seems even.
2 against 4? What? How is the water still even, actually? He also has 3 dogs.
Yeah.
This is so weird.
Yeah, well,
It
BacT.
wasn't like a big demo hit. Oh, another good demo, actually.
Yeah,
A decent one.
good demo. We'll take out a fishing ship. We'll take out a fire. BacT is also, you notice he's on deer right now? That's not something Paladin's doing.
That is really good as well for him.
So I really think BacT is... First off, his micro has been slightly better.
Yeah.
Because remember, he lost his scout, so that's one of the losses that's on the KD, and yet he's up
Yeah.
6-2.
But he's 6 wheels ahead as well.
Yeah. And he
Why?
has
'Cause
a
he's
deer.
repairing.
Yep, because he's repairing, and a demo! Oh, man!
PG water control.
Oh, man, and if BacT has already been playing smart, and BacT is already on the deer, Paladin's way behind now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Paladin didn't micro too good. Like, I also think he had one dog idle for the whole time. Because I don't think you can afford clicking up and going up 8 minutes of Mongols and then pumping out water ships from 3 dogs. I don't think that's...
Leary, does it look like Paladin prepared for this map?
No, not at all.
Because he's just now going to the deer, but BacT has been on this for half the game already. Like, BacT has brought in 600 food from the deer. BacT is going to have a significantly faster castle time. It's so weird.
To me, it looks like he just looked at the map before, thought like, okay, with big Mongols, I take fast water control.
Yeah.
I'll try 3 dogs. It didn't work. What do I do now?
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
Instead of thinking, all right, I'm going to go for water control, win or lose, I'm going to make sure I'm on deer, which is, you know, what I, just the pleb caster, said at the start, right? So, it's disappointing, man. There are a lot of people in this qualifier who, or who like barely were out, who I think would have prepared a bit more. And if BacT plays this correctly, he could get 2 demos with 1. Oh my god, he got 2 demos with 1 and only lost a fishing ship.
Oh, disaster! Actually, he's still coming to water. It's like doing 10 demos, type few fish.
Oh man,
It's so not worth it.
it's the least convincing play we have seen all throughout the qualifiers from Paladin.
Nah, man, I know this is. He has 40 food and back this up to Castle Age.
Crazy. I mean, take nothing away from BacT here, right? Because BacT is playing as you should. Like, BacT is playing as you would expect him to. He's playing really clean, but...
Do you see the mill from Paladin? Look at his exploration.
Dude, he didn't take the 10 deer!
He doesn't know there are 10 deers in this map, man.
He doesn't know the map! Are you kidding me?
This is actually next level of not preparing.
Next level of not
next level.
preparing.
This is some stuff. Me milled the 3 deers.
It hurts, man. You have no idea how much this actually pisses me off.
This is such a waste of time.
Oh my god.
Collapsed left and right, actually.
Guys, he has 200 food back to 60% of the way to Castle Age.
I mean, it wouldn't make a difference at this point, because considering how he's been playing
That's
already.
true. Yeah.
He's so behind already, but still.
Man.
Like, this just confirms how much he prepared, right?
26th seed, and it just is not...
This is his home map?
This is his home map, too. That's the other thing. If it was BacT's home map, then maybe he didn't prepare, and yeah, I kind of get that, but he picked this. It's very peculiar, and there's islands out there, there's maps that are common maps. This is shocking. I do like how BacT, assuming the game was a bit closer, he's going to probably town center to the north to expand his eco. He's going to build a castle and go for Mangadai. He's playing this safe, he's playing this smart, he's playing this clean. This is just not close at all. BacT has just destroyed him.
Yeah. Now he will go up himself, Paladin, but what will he do? Go on stone as well. Maybe towers again, who knows?
Yeah, okay, found the deer now. But it's now it has to either build another mill or walk 30 tiles to drop off the food.
Yeah.
There's another mill.
He's probably happy right now. Oh, 10 deers. I'm lucky.
Oh man. Alright, well, okay, let's pretend this is the finals, okay? Let's pretend this is the grand finals. It'd be kind of a disappointing grand finals, I agree. But what this is a caster's life because he hasn't resigned yet, Leary. So we have to talk about how can Paladin give himself a chance? Talk us through it.
I don't know. If there was a king to snipe, I would go for king snipe. But there isn't a king either, so that's not an option as well. This is... You have to do something sneaky, like walling up doesn't do much right now.
Yeah, you're already so far. It keeps you alive, right? You survive, but BacT has a castle. He has a second TC. He'll have a third TC, and he has fish. So, everything all right over there?
Yeah. Just running my headset a bit, falling down.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Gill nets now for BacT, so his fish will his food income will come in faster.
Seems like Paladin wants to boom or something. He doesn't even have stone for a castle.
How much is this tilting you, Leary?
Not really too much. I see now what not to do.
There you go. Well, you honestly, this is good for you. I know Hera's seeing some of the maps. Like all the pros who will co-cast with me, who are already in the main event, you guys aren't going to get as much practice, at least in like a tournament setting for the map. So I think at least you seeing the map and just thinking about how you would play it, and what civs you might pick, that can be very helpful for you.
Gives me an idea of what to do and what not to do.
Yeah. So since BacT is now 20 vills ahead and has Mangadai and he's so far ahead at this point, we shouldn't even talk about it too much. What are your thoughts going into Hidden Cup 3? Because you performed well in Hidden Cup 2. Unfortunately, you made it to the semis but couldn't play. What are your thoughts? Like the hidden format, obviously hidden seeding, not knowing who your opponent is, and now we're on DE. So DE, it might even be more difficult to figure out who you're up against.
Yeah, I think I've been in a good shape lately.
Mm-hmm.
Although I just had a week break of AOC.
Okay.
I think I just played way too much before that.
Okay.
And I will start really practicing hard, 2 weeks before Hidden Cup, 1 week before Hidden Cup, something like that.
Okay.
And I think I will have good chances, I believe. Like, obviously it depends who you face, right? Like, it depends a lot on the... Like, luck plays a bigger factor right now, because obviously if you don't know who you're playing against, you kind of have to play safer, you kind of have to play more around your map, around your civs.
Yeah.
You gotta prepare a lot, so that will play a big role as well.
So, in case you didn't know this, your round 1 games will start March 2nd. Because, remember, they're all played, you have a week for each round, and then the main event is streamed on the 19th through the 22nd. So.
True, I have to play earlier than that.
Yeah, you better start training.
I was like, I will start next to 2 weeks, 1 week before games get casted. I'm not used to it.
Yeah.
Play that early when the games are getting casted 2 weeks later.
How much different is it when you go into a set not knowing who you're up against? Because you can't prepare or anything for your opponent, anyways.
I think then you have to prepare more for yourself. Like you have to get in shape yourself. Have to prepare a bit.
Okay.
And I guess I will probably get to know who I'm playing against, or I'll have an idea after the first game, or even during the game.
Yeah.
But obviously, if you're doing a set and you're just guessing who you're against, you obviously can't change your preparation anymore, or you shouldn't.
Yeah, I see.
You can adapt a bit here and there, and can think like, okay, this might be a Chinese guy, he might look for more forwards or something, but then you can never be 100% sure. So
yeah,
you can also just someone be who pretends to be someone, right? So
yeah, I think that's true. You just have to make sure that you're in good shape to face whatever whatever obstacles might come your way, right?
Yeah.
All right. So, a huge boom for BacT, making Mangadai. What's he doing with these vills? A tower on the gold. I don't think that's hugely necessary, but that's definitely something BacT would do.
Yeah. You could just make a castle there as well in 2 minutes, I believe, but
yeah,
how it works as well, I guess.
I think his fishing ship is bugging out. Look at the overlay, chat. The overlay, the food count for BacT. Is there a fishing ship bugging out? It must be. Oh, did he... Could he not get to a fish trap or something? Yeah, that was it. His fishing ship couldn't make it to a fish trap.
Actually, wait. Oh, he is it. Oh, he's just making the fish traps, I believe.
Yeah, it was the number of
one is
food
bugged.
villagers he had. It was going up and down. I think it was a fishing trap.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I feel I'm really excited for Hidden Cup. I feel like there are more players in shape, and there's more money on the line too, right? With it'll be over 50K, so I feel like there's a lot of reason for people to train. And you know, you have Hera now, who's definitely in much better shape than he was the previous year, so that's another player for the top to fear, and we'll see.
I gotta play next week, actually.
March 2nd, man.
Sick.
According to Hera, you two are going to train together. Apparently, that hasn't started. Dude, it's all right. I'm used to it. Like BacT, I transferred the Hidden Cup 3 maps to BacT, and and Slam. I'm like, come on, guys. But you guys just want to play the game, and sometimes you forget when things are. It's fine. My pleasure, man. It makes the games better.
Playing 2 weeks before the games actually get casted.
Yeah, it's very different. It's very different, right? But it's a pretty tight schedule.
When it says the event starts at 19th, you will play around 22nd, 23rd, like that week on, right?
Yeah.
But not the case this time, so.
Yeah, we'll have round 1 of the main event played, obviously all offline. You guys will receive accounts, all that stuff. That will be March 2nd through the 8th or the 9th, and then round 2 is a week from there, and then you have quarters, semis, and then the finals are live, which is on the 22nd. So the finals are less than a month away at this point.
Yeah, really cool.
Well, I don't know how he pulled it off, but Paladin is on the way to the Imperial Age at the same time as BacT. Now, he doesn't have the Mangadai numbers, so which is a huge struggle, or map control, or relics, or fish, but...
Or upgrades. Anything.
Or upgrades, or anything. Yeah, so there's still a lot of negatives, which we kind of expected after the start for Paladin, but he is on his way to
Maybe
him.
try to go for a transport or try to raid or something. Actually, doesn't have a dog.
Yeah.
That would be like potential, but like now you're just facing a castle in front of your face. You're facing stronger Mangadais, facing more Mangadais. Just like even got the Knight's Castle.
It's just normally in competitive AOC or Age of Empires, there's definitely times where you say, okay, well it's just flat out over now, but you just don't see that 13 minutes into a game.
Yeah.
There's advantages that come, but I don't know. Maybe Paladin is having a rough week. You don't know what's going on in his personal life, but this certainly was not. Is not a player who seems very prepared or confident going into the qualifier today.
I also haven't seen him play one once forever, actually.
Yeah.
I don't think I faced him a single time on the ladder. I think once. Also.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when DE first came out, it was every single 1v1 I would play, it was against Paladin. And it was just Kuman War every time. Kuman War, Kuman War, Kuman War.
That.
Yeah.
And then he deserves this.
There's a lot of people who deserve this then. But, so yeah, I know he was active at the start of DE, but I have not... The last time I played him was 3 weeks ago. It was a mega random... I think it was mega random Mongols, to be honest, but... yeah, it's hard to say.
Paladin is going for skirms.
It's probably his...
Best option.
Best option, yeah.
But the BacT will just go.
Hussar.
You can just do Mangadai or Hussars. I don't think either. I think either works.
Yep, BacT has the Mangadai, so he snipes that Trebuchet, no problem. There it goes. And BacT will snipe the Monk, and then back up. He has had a huge score lead. He also BacT, look at the scouting. He sees virtually everything. He's built outposts on the right to make sure that there's no way that Paladin comes back. So this is really clean from BacT. He also has 2 relics.
Seems like he knows what he's doing. Seems like he prepared.
Yeah.
I'm curious. Who does BacT face next round?
He will face AC. The winner of wait.
You can take a look at the bracket.
I have to. Yeah. Hold on. Let me pull it up here. I forget. It's somebody. It'll be a really close set. BacT faces Lix. Oh,
Lix.
Lix.
Didn't Lix struggle against someone? I saw some 3-2 result.
Well, it was Zupi.
Oh, Zupi, okay.
Zupi. Yeah, Zupi looks good. I know Zupi wasn't in his best shape. According to Yuppie, he was, like he had just got home from a couple months away. Like a week prior. But Zupi looked good. Lix was up 2-0 in that set. And then he tied it up 2-2, and then Lix finished it off in game 5. That set was like Lix he was an animal, so I think that Lix could beat BacT possibly, but like at the moment Paladin is microing skirms against the Trebuchet.
Against the castle as well.
He gets the Treb, but yeah, it's desperation for him. And like you said, Mongol skirms are not. They're decent, but they're not fantastic. Mangadai is definitely the way to go.
So he's doing Wonders right now, BacT.
Yeah. BacT's doing everything right, and
like
he
10 extra gold. So.
Yeah, BacT probably has lit up a few cigarettes and is just chilling right now.
Yeah, smoking in the meanwhile.
Well, yeah, I think we'll talk through some of the matchups before I let you go here after this best of 5, because I want to hear your thoughts and predictions. There were some big upsets in round 1. I think round 2 will be much closer, and they're all best of 7s too. So,
best of 7.
Yeah, best of 7. A lot of games to earn the spot in the main event.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
And if you think about it, it's a huge prize pool jump as well, because you do get, I think you get $200 if you win round 1 and round 2. I think you get $100 if you're round 1 player, something like that. But anywho, if you lose in round 1 of the main event, you get 800.
And that's sick,
So yeah, like even just qualifying, like congrats on the $800 minimum, Leary.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We take those.
All right, these skirmishers are. Oh my god.
But now it would be a good moment to resign. I said bada boom.
Yeah. He tried.
Yeah,
He tried to continue to
he
fight
tried.
every single game. BacT played solid. BacT played really well, and Paladin just
Did
didn't.
not.
There's no other way to say it. I'm even sugarcoating it, saying it that way. I expected this to potentially go to 5 games if Paladin had some strategies prepared, and it didn't seem like he did. BacT will move on to face Lix in a best of 7 next weekend to see who gets in.